Welcome everyone to the Video Game Lads Let's Play of Portal. I am RinVal95.
I'm Mad Dragon.
Ice Bear.
My turn. It's my turn.
Yeah, it was Mad Dragon, then you Ice Bear. Don't get ahead of yourself.
It's fine.
Let's just roll with it.
Ice Bear, introduce yourself quickly.
I'm Ice Bear.
There you go. Alright, so...
I love this radio song. Sorry,
yeah, it's really catchy. So we're going to do a puzzle game for the channel because, well, we're early on in its life, and why not start with the best puzzle game ever released? And it seems like a good idea to me, so here's Portal. What do you guys think of Portal?
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Now, is it just me, but does everybody try and stuff the clock and the toaster, well, not toaster, it's alarm clock in it, down the toilet? Everyone does it, is it?
It's a physics engine. It's great.
Like the first thing you do, push it down the toilet.
What else are you supposed to do with it?
We certainly have enjoyed our time in the relaxation center. Sorry.
Oh man, it's so weird playing this game again now that I've got a stronger computer, because I remember when I first played this game, it was on a single core computer from like 2003 or 2001, and
wow.
it couldn't render in everything. It looked atrocious. So coming back to it now with like a really beefy computer, oh, it's heaven.
I mean, I played it much more recently than that. I had it on my old laptop. But it ages fairly well, to be honest. Save for the issues with the... Is this his Source, or is this before Source?
This is Source.
Yeah, this is Source. Yeah, I thought so. The issues with Source, the only
I think most Source games like hold up pretty well. Like Half-Life 2,
yeah,
that still holds up really
well. And gameplay-wise, definitely.
Half-Life 2 gets updated quite a lot with like every time they release a new episode, which was back in 2007 last time. They actually update the graphics, so that definitely helps with making it, you know, look good still.
Still waiting on episode 3.
It's never gonna happen. It's just gonna be Half-Life 3. I still actually haven't played the episodes though. I hear they're depressing though, especially the ending of 2.
That's a direct continuation of the story, man.
I think the voice is a lot more detached in this one for GLaDOS. I think it's sort of slightly more personable in the next one, but then I guess you've got a history.
Yeah, well, definitely. In this, she's more robotic.
In number 2, she's, you know, a much more integral part of the story.
Yeah, she's got more of an emotional thing. Like, she sounds more pissed off. But we'll get at why she's pissed off later. This game came out, like, when this game came out, like, it was a really good value for money, because it was the orange box, which got you Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, Team Fortress 2, back when it wasn't free to play, and this.
Yep.
Crazy good value for money.
Well, yeah, that's just the Valve way, really.
Yeah. And now we've got a portal gun. But it's not the full portal gun yet, because we can only shoot blue portals, because you gotta introduce it slowly.
Before you can do the orange one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of cool about the way they designed the game, isn't it? Like, I think... I don't know if you were mentioning it, Raiden, I think maybe, about the commentary, developer commentaries, and they explain all about the way they sort of like designed the levels and like introducing you into like a single portal gun, and then, you know, stuff like that. It's kind of good, you know. It's something you don't notice while you're playing the game, but then when you look back on it, you know, about the way they designed it and stuff.
Yeah, they were always pushing you forward, but it always felt like you weren't having your hand held. You were doing it by yourself, but they were still there helping you out.
Welcome to test chamber 4. You're doing
I think that's just Gaben's way. He's always there watching over us.
You think you're alone, but you never are. Lord is always there.
excellent work. As part of a required test protocol.
And the worst part about Portal, though, is how many Portal clones it generated. Like, I think this is the go-to style of, well, aside from puzzle platformer, for indies, this is the go-to style of puzzle game. You know, first person, you have a thing that has a gimmick, you shoot a thing that has a gimmick, and it's all very white and minimalistic. Like, it just seems like there's tons of games that have it.
Yeah. I can't really disagree with that. I mean, some of them aren't all that bad, I guess.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying they're bad. Like, what was it, Cube? Q-U-B-E? That's actually a really fun game, but it is definitely inspired by Portal.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggested
The first time I played this, that messed me up, because I had no idea what the hell happened, but they auto-launched an orange portal.
Yeah.
Protocol, we will start enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
You gotta love GLaDOS in this.
Yeah, we're talking over
Yeah,
her a
it's
lot, but she's
really
she's
well
brilliant.
scripted. I mean, you got subtitles, so you know.
They can read it,
can
and
work
if
it
they
out,
don't want to
yeah.
read it, they can always watch the uncommentated one.
Yeah, for our viewers that can't read.
Or just don't want to, YOLO. Alright, so I think this is the first test chamber that really introduces non-white surfaces. So the surfaces that aren't white, you can't shoot portals onto, and you have to use... That sort of makes it more difficult in certain circumstances. But in this case, it was to make it more easy. So, yeah... There's lots of things that they're slowly building on. So in that chamber, you're supposed to learn that, oh, hey, I can't shoot portals on this surface, but I can on the other surface.
Sure.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing...
You can tell, like, this is made with, like, Half-Life in mind, because they're using the secondary fire from the assault rifle.
Assault rifle, sure.
The assault rifle. It fires out this little beam that can kill everyone in one hit, including yourself, which I've killed myself with that, like, multiple times in Half-Life 2.
Yeah, I committed many suicides in the first Half-Life.
It's surprisingly easy to kill yourself, especially in the first Half-Life, because that game is really brutal.
Yeah, it is super difficult.
The expansion opposing force is the worst. I played that on normal, and it felt like I was playing it on hard.
Oh yeah, I've played all of the Half-Life 1 stuff. At some point I need to do the second.
Yeah, I've never finished Half-Life 1.
It's okay. It's might as well just skip to Half-Life 2.
No. I'm gonna play it. Complete it.
This is probably the first one where I sort of had to stop and think a second about it. I'm guessing that you just kind of remember the solutions? Or...
Yeah, I remember a surprisingly large amount of the solutions. That's why I'm going through these at such a quick pace.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have that much replayability.
Yeah,
Portal 2 is much better about that.
Games for you. Well, yeah, Portal 2 had user-generated levels, so...
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine has like 110 hours on Portal 2, and it's mostly just user-generated content.
Well, it would have to be, otherwise you played the main story like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Probably much less than that, considering how much faster it would be once you'd played it through multiple times.
You know what's weird about Portal 2, though? They actually changed the elevator, because this isn't the elevator that's in Portal 2.
No. Well, this is the loading screen that's in Portal 1, basically. I always hate that it just freezes and says loading, because...
They kind of fixed that in Portal 2, because it does, like, the Aperture Science Labs logo instead. So, like, I think that's the first, like, straight-up loading screen. Like, it's a screen dedicated to loading rather than just freezing you in place.
This one took me a little while.
Yeah, that one can be really tricky.
The little window to shoot the first portal.
I actually had to... I think I had to stop playing on that one and give it a think. And then I ended up watching the trailer for Portal, and I noticed that they actually solved it in the trailer. So I managed to figure it out that way.
What, by seeing someone else do it?
Yeah, in the trailer for Portal that's on the Steam store page.
I managed to piece it together from that. From seeing it being done by someone else.
Well,
good job there,
I am a genius. Now this is teaching you about momentum and how even when you go through a portal, you do not lose your momentum. I love how GLaDOS explains how it works.
Everything goes in, speedy thing comes out.
Exactly.
This was a good bit for me that I always remember, because it's like the first time where you experience the falling and then shooting yourself out again, really.
Yeah. And GLaDOS' reaction to it, like I think it's just coming up now.
Yeah.
Or no, it's normally she says like we.
Oh yeah.
It might be a later test chamber, but that is also one of the fondest parts about Portal for me.
I mean, there's so many. The writing really didn't need to be that good for a puzzle game, just because the concept on its own was quite fresh and very enjoyable. But yeah,
that's
really
what makes it so good. Like the game is strong enough, but then they just add in like, oh, you want some better writing? Go right ahead. And then in Portal 2, they're like, okay, so we had great writing, we had great puzzles, what should we add to this? How about a great soundtrack? Because the soundtrack in Portal 2 is brilliant. And the way that it works is also very elegant. Since it's going to be a while before we do Portal 2, I suppose I can just explain it now. But basically, there's multiple layers to how the music works in Portal 2. And every time you get closer to solving a puzzle, they'll add more layers. So it's sort of like way that you know you're solving it without being told directly that you are.
I mean, I didn't notice that, but that's interesting to know.
I bet your brain did, though. I bet your brain did. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, that's true, actually. I could have been subconsciously influenced, who knows.
I have no idea how I solved this puzzle. I don't even remember how to solve it. I think I just ended up doing it by accident. Yeah, I don't know what I did there.
That didn't make any sense to me. Didn't look like you really did anything.
Yeah, but apparently I solved it, so yay.
You gotta go out. Yeah, I don't know why I'm telling you what you need to do, but yeah.
Hey, I'll get it eventually, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so once we cross over here, we'll finally get the
orange portal.
Yep. So now whenever we press mouse 2, we can shoot the orange portal. And something that I think they must have patched in, because I don't remember noticing it, but see the little light on the portal gun, it shows you what was the color of the portal that you last fired. So it's orange now, meaning I last fired an orange portal, but if I shoot a blue one, it'll be a blue portal.
Hasn't it always been like that?
I honestly never paid attention to it.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't pay attention to it.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you would have died straight away going into the water.
Nah, if you take enough damage, you die. But yeah, you can't make that. That's. I've actually always done it that way.
Oh.
I was trying to be like
lazy, yeah.
I was trying to be professional and walking the other way, but I was like, screw it.
Professional.
As professional as you can get.
It's not the MLG way.
Exactly. See, now we're doing the momentum thing by ourselves.
Uh-huh.
You're looking through these, it's like... I remember certain ones of them, you know, and how to do them, but then it's like there's... The more this goes on, I'm going to be looking at it, I'm going to be like... How the hell did I manage to do that and figure that out?
Yeah. That's what I was like while I was actually recording. I was like, I solved this? How? I must be a genius. Or I was.
There was one of them I needed a guide for.
Oh.
And...
There it is!
Because... it was only because there was a surface at one side that I could put a portal on that I just hadn't noticed before.
Ah, right.
I saw where that was, and then I worked it out from there. So yeah, it's not that cheap, but yeah. No, these puzzles are a good difficulty as well.
They have a nice curve.
Yep.
Like the most difficult ones
with the portals.
Exactly. That's the most difficult time in this game is if you stop thinking with portals. Like, oh, I've got to get from here to the other side of the room. What should I do? Should I walk over there? No, I'll place a portal. That's what I should do. I think I'm trying to just... Yeah, there we are. Managed to take it. Don't know why it took me so long to do that. I think I was recording this late at night or something. And yes, that is going to be my excuse.
Okay.
I'm watching this just to try and make sure that it doesn't blow up in my face. There's nothing worse than, like, trying to solve a puzzle only to get, like, blindsided by that thing. See how close that was to my face? In Oculus Rift, I would be, like, freaking out.
Oh god, can you imagine this game with that?
Oh, it would be awesome
would be so
slash
good.
terrible. Because Steam is working on this thing called Steamworks VR, which is basically just a plugin that you can put on your game, and it'll support like Oculus Rift or Project Morpheus and all that other stuff. So I imagine all their Source games will automatically support it.
Stands to reason, you'd think.
Yeah, I did it.
For a moment, it looked like you had no idea what you were doing.
No, of course not. I'm a Portal genius.
This game really does get you thinking differently about, you know, this sort of like three-dimensional puzzles like this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You just don't walk anywhere, do you?
No, I don't. That's my favorite thing though, because after watching like a few Let's Plays of this and noticing how like people never shoot portals at the ground, I was like, I'm gonna start shooting portals at the ground more often. That's gonna be my thing.
That's really tough for you, wasn't it, that one?
It was. The physics engine. Through walking. Turns out I didn't even need to bring the other companion cube into there.
That's not a companion cube.
Oh, right, sorry. Just a aperture weighted storage cube, something like that.
My favorite joke from Portal 2 is the edgeless safety cube. Because it's a sphere.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one.
Now, there's a way that you can solve this that I only recently found out, like, way after recording this. If you place a portal, if you place an orange portal directly underneath that little thing that's supposed to lift you up, and then place it at the bottom of where these stairs come out of, you'll be able to just fly straight up and finish the chamber. So see, now the stairs are here.
I think I spent a very long time trying to do that.
Don't know how that happened.
No, how did you gain so much momentum from
I
that?
don't know.
Ridiculous. I swear when I tried that, it wouldn't work. Is that not,
Apparently it's pushed down. Or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to make sure it didn't hit me in the back.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's quite a risk with that one. You mistime it.
Yeah. Oh. Thankfully, there's a lot less of, like, platforming challenges in Portal 2, which is something I was glad they got rid of.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah!
Puzzles without my platforms.
Yeah, I can imagine you do, especially.
Oh, God.
Why do you subject yourself to so many puzzle platformers?
Because that's what indie developers make.
Like, back in 2008, it was all about platformers, and they were like, yes, let's add puzzles. And now it's on to the next part.